Alright, so you already know what it is. It's your boy King Swift, host and creator of the Bars on Deck podcast. I got the bro in the building, Cokeboyarab. Is it Arab or Arab?
It's
Arab?
It's Coke. I said Cokeboyarab, but it's really Arab, but it sounds better. Cokeboyarab.
Arab, right? Alright, I got you. Alright, so what it do, my brother? How you?
I'm chilling. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my brother.
And you know what I'm saying, let's get this interview started. Ask me
Absolutely.
anything. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, we're gonna revolve the questions around hip hop. Minor drama, not too heavy drama shit, just your opinion and your, where your mind state is on certain things. Other than that,
right now, DoorDash drivers can sign up with Venmo to try out the fastest e-bike in the US for 2 full.
So first question is usually we're gonna start with like the basic type questions, right? So you're a producer, right? So yeah, all right. How long you been doing music and how long you been producing music?
I'll tell you like this. I used to rap before producing, right?
Okay, so you did rap.
Yeah, I did rap.
Okay.
I can still rap. but I just don't have the time to rap, right?
Gotcha.
But I always was into rap since I was like 8, 9 years old. I had older brothers. They used to listen to Chuck Rock, Public Enemy, Kool Moe Dee, Rakim. So I was always into music. So
Right.
So once I got into junior high, I knew all the rap songs and everything like that. So, but I never rapped until I got to high school. I was bored in class. So I wrote some shit down one day. Shit was all right. So I kept going and I was pretty good at it. And so I eventually signed with a company, whatever, right? No need to name them.
Okay.
And we had a little dispute. So I went on strike.
Oh wow.
So while I went on strike, I was chilling with my boy. He gave me the beat program.
Okay.
And that's how I started making beats, and then I kept going on and going on and going on.
So based off of that story, you self-taught or did you go to school to learn?
No, I taught myself watching videos and just learning the hard way.
YouTube University with it, like just looking up,
learning the hard way.
Okay.
Right.
So is it safe to say you had because you rapped before, did you have a passion for music?
No, I always loved music, but it was never my intention to be a rapper or to be a producer. Like producer shit was accident. That shit was a total accident.
And you just fell into that.
Yeah, I just happened to like it. Like it's to the point now where I use an MPC.
Yeah.
Like I teach other people how to use that
That's
shit.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's been a little bit of time you've been fucking with it since you started, and now you're able to teach people.
See, I actually started with Fruity Loops, right?
Oh, you're taking it back.
And I learned the hard way. You know what I mean? And I don't like the program, but it taught me a lot. I don't like because to me it restricts you.
It's really basic.
Yeah, it restricts you. I mean, with what you put in, you still got to put things in anything. Yeah. But you got to put in everything for that. You know what I'm saying? And then the Fruity Loops go by the power in your computer.
Type shit.
See, I didn't know that. So with the MPC, I got the MPC X. It already has the sound card and shit in it.
Right.
So it's always going to sound right. So you got an MPC. You might not know nothing, but I can teach you
certain things.
I can teach you everything, and you'll learn that shit.
Okay.
I'll put it in English and everything and do it with you.
Okay, so when you got all of that taken care of and you learned the knowledge, what was your approach to creating your own sound and style?
See, I always like the rappers I used to listen to, Diplomats, Jay-Z, Lloyd Banks, Jadakiss, those type rappers.
The veterans,
those are rappers I used to listen to. So I was already in that type of music. So I would listen to it. Wu-Tang too, by the way.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? All the New York niggas and shit. Right. So I already like old records. You know what I'm saying? Like records from the 70s and things like that. I already like those records.
Right.
So I taught myself how to sample. So once I taught myself how to sample, I took those records and just listened to it.
Right.
And just put my spin on it. I mean, it took a while. You know what I'm saying? It took a couple of years.
Right.
But eventually, I learned how to how to take something, manipulate it into how I want it to sound.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you can have a song that Kanye sampled, right?
Right.
And I can take the same song and sample it a totally different way.
Type shit.
Take a whole different part, or even take the same part and sample it a whole different way.
With that I would expect a different sound from, even if both of y'all pick the same part, I would expect a different sound because y'all do two different people, you know what I mean?
But these days niggas copy each other.
Well, yeah, that's when a nigga don't really have his own identity.
See, that's why see when niggas make type beats, that's what I associate that with. They'll be like, I want a Drake type beat. I was like, why would you want a Drake type beat unless you rap like Drake?
Drake, right.
Why would you want to rap like Drake? You're your own person. You have your own talent. Show it.
But see, that's the thing. When you get into musicianship, period, right? Whether it be rap, jazz, whatever, they always tell you see the old movies, right? They always say, yo, we got to create your sound. We know the influences who got you here, niggas you want to sound like, but we got to make sure you sound like you. Yeah. So okay, and this is my next question. If you work with an artist, let's just say an artist catch your ear, you see him, would you develop his own sound, or would you just go based off what you saw him perform?
I do a little bit of both.
Okay, explain that one to me.
Like, whatever you're good at,
yeah,
I want you to keep doing that. But I also want to try something with you that I want to see if it works. This way, I don't shut down your creativity and the shit that I want to try with you. If it don't work, fuck it, it don't work. It's not going to stop you from doing what you're already good at.
I like that. That's why I try to
do that with every artist. I'll be like, when they ask me for type beats, I'll be like, nah, let me not try to explain to them. Like, nah, what's your sound? What kind of music that you do? And I get a lot, I don't know. I'll be like, bro, you have to know, you know what I'm saying? This is what you do. This is what you want to do. You have to know. And if you don't know what you want, I don't know what you want, right?
Right.
Oh, and here's something else, right? Like, people online, people be like, send beats, right? That's not telling me anything, right? That's like, for example, I go to a restaurant, right?
Right.
Bring me food. Now, you bring me pork. I don't eat pork. But I didn't tell you that.
You didn't specify, right.
So you done took a half hour, 40 minutes making this pork dish.
Right.
And now you come bring it to me, I'm like, I don't eat it. Now, you're going to be like, well, why didn't you tell me exactly what you wanted?
Right.
And I would try to tell people, when you ask us for beats, the more detail you give us, the better, so I don't have to guess.
Well, see, that's a lot of rappers don't know music.
Because of the type beats thing that we just explained.
You know what I'm saying?
To 360.
Right. So that's why, like, there's a cat I interviewed. I'm a close friend with him. He a producer too. He took the easy route, right? He just jumped into producing. He didn't know anything. He loved music, but he didn't know anything about music like that.
Yeah.
He jumped into it and his beats is off. He didn't know 4-bar intro.
I didn't know that shit at first either.
Right.
I didn't know it either. So I had to learn it.
And he was ignorant though.
Oh.
Like, I was telling him, I'm like, yo, bro, go to school. Learn that shit. So now you can understand how music works, because it's not just about beats. It's about how music works, right? Now you can incorporate different sounds, piano, kids, all kind of shit.
You know what the thing was? The thing about with me, I knew how it was supposed to sound, but I had to learn how to place it. If that makes any sense. Like, I knew where everything was. Like, if I'm listening to it, I'm like, all right, this is supposed to go here. But when I was making it, I had trouble putting it there.
Type shit.
So once I learned how to put everything where it needs to be, now I can take a 180 BPM and make that shit sound like the 80 BPM.
Right, or 95 or something.
Yeah, just space shit out. Or I can make the 90 joint seem like a 140 joint.
Right. Because that's the beauty of manipulating sound.
It's all the same thing. The snare kick on the 140 and on the 90 is the same thing.
Right.
It's the same thing. The only fast thing is the kicks. It's the same exact thing. Like later on, you can time it. It's the same thing.
That's crazy.
Like the 80,
really looked at
like
it
the
like
80 and 160, if you time it, it's the same thing.
Wow.
The snare is the same thing. It's just the kicks and the drums that's going faster, but you could break that down into 116, 432, 164, and hit the drums more and still keep it at 93, 95.
That's crazy. I had no idea. Battery one time, but we back. So picking up from where we left off, so you're saying that certain drum patterns, depending on the speed or whatever.
Like for the most part, if you got like a 93, 95 BPM or whatever, and you want a 140, 150, the snare's basically hitting at the same time as the 94, 95.
Okay.
The snare's basically hitting at the same time.
So
what's going faster is what you really want more or less of. It's the drum hits or the hi-hats. That's really
right.
But you can break that down to 132, 164, and you can still do
and
all
it's still
that.
Fit perfect with the format of the sound and the melody and the rhythm and shit.
Yeah, or if you really want to get down to it, you can just take the bars off and do it with your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
And freestyle it.
Right.
But it's at the same time, it's just an illusion.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. So that's how they've been manipulating frequency too, because we think the frequency is much faster when it's not.
Yeah, because I'm watching later on. I'm gonna send you one, and I'm not gonna tell you which one is which.
I'm gonna try to figure that out.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you which one is which.
All right, bet. So send like 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna send 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send 4 of them, and one of them that's going. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And I don't think you're gonna be able to pick. I don't think you'll be able to
I
pick
might not, cause like I've been out of music since for a while.
Nah,
if I take a weekend, I get back into it.
It's just a manipulation because one of the things that I use, I use hi-hat rolls in my slow beats and I use hi-hat rolls in my fast beats. So you're not gonna be able to
differentiate.
Yeah, you can look. Yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh, it's this one because of this, or it's this one because of this.
Okay. Well, that'll be something fun trivia for me to work on this shit. But so when you do that with your beats, right? Does it make the whole process of making the beat easier, or is it all the same?
No, it's just to be honest with you, like some beats fit better in a slower BPM, but like I'll just open up the program, whatever, get the sample before I even sample it.
Right.
I'll be like, you know what? I want to sample that 165 today, or I want to sample that 185 today, and then I'll go into the sample it, and then just figure it out from there.
Okay. So, do you usually use samples in most of your music, or is it original?
I sample, but I know how to do. I key it up too.
Okay.
If you sample, you know how to key it. If you're
really good at it, right?
When you sample and you're taking a note, you take all them shit you're taking the notes. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you're keying it, it's just another note. You just got to know what key you're in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once you know what key you're in, if you stay within that neighborhood,
right?
You can stay within that neighborhood. You make this, and then you can go into another key and complement it. But you just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just can't overpower the main melody. It has to have to be in support.
So it has to still be connected to one another, so to speak. Like
right.
Okay. So it just can't be all over the place.
Can't be all over the place.
Okay. All right.
Everything has to be in relative form.
Okay.
Now you can break it, and then go into another set. Another notes, but once you playing this, you have to stay within the form so it doesn't break your eardrum.
Okay.
Because mind you, when you sample all that music is composed, you know what I'm saying? All that's composed neatly. So all you're doing is just breaking it up in parts and putting it back together into a puzzle that you want it to be.
That makes sense. So you just breaking down a puzzle and
just putting it back together how you want it to be.
Yeah, right. That's dope. That's dope as fuck.
So that's basically what it is. Like all this shit is an illusion, bro.
Yeah, man. I realized that a long time ago. You know what
I'm saying? A lot of these rappers are illusions. Some of them are real, some are not.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are real, but a lot of them aren't. They just be rapping about the shit that they see other niggas do.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much.
I mean, I'm from the streets. I could tell you a whole bunch of shit that I've seen.
Right.
But I'm not the person that's gonna go around shooting people for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's true.
That's not me.
Right.
So I don't portray myself in that type of light.
Right. And what's the point of it anyway? It's all ego anyway.
And if I am that type of person, it's always gonna bring me heat.
Exactly. And who want that? You know what I'm saying?
And with the name already associated, I don't need no extra attention.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So shit, let's clear it up right now. So Cokeboyarab is just a cool ass name.
No. It's the Coke Boys.
Okay.
But I'm just saying with that name, people, know what I mean, like
they'd
assume that this is what's going on. So I try not to. You know what I'm saying? Like on my pages, I don't add no guns, no drugs,
right.
know what I mean? Nothing to anybody, but like, oh, you know what? Maybe they are doing this. So just, you know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
I try to keep everything professional. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you got to, man. Especially these days, yo. They'll use anything against us. You know what I'm saying?
People think you got money. They'll try to get you.
Yeah.
You know,
Shit's crazy.
Jealousy is crazy, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
people be broke and then they'll do anything.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But
So you can tell somebody no one time and now they hate you for life.
oh yeah, I've been there. I've definitely been there. You know what I'm saying? With family members, relatives, close loved ones, all of that. So I already know how that
And
works.
these be some of the people that ain't never give you nothing, but you gave them anything that they wanted because you was able to.
Yeah. I've been there too. I've been there, and I've been on the two-way street where we both gave each other, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, so it's just like
You know what
some
I'm
of
saying?
those people just gotta let go. Like,
Yep.
just
It's tough, man. It's tough. That's why when I was making music, it was easy for me because I would use all of those moments and all of those like things that happened to me and express it in my music.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Angry.
saying?
I made some of my best songs when I was angry.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
I made a whole mixtape when I was angry.
Yeah.
Made a whole mixtape when I was angry. I ain't gonna get into that story, but
Okay.
it showed me something. It showed me some growth. It helped me. It made me learn.
Type shit.
It made me learn.
That's what's up.
It was some crab ass shit, but it made me learn.
Well, see, the best teachers are lessons, right? Things we go through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy I went through shit.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those. I'm just the type of guy. I'm one of those guys that'll laugh with you and chill, but I'm also speak up, right?
Right.
So I seen so nobody else see this.
Right.
They was like, huh? I was like, look, you don't see this on here? It was like, yeah. I was like, so nobody else got a problem with this? Like,
Right.
It was like, nah. I was like, well, I do, and this is why, blah 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 blah. We just did a record about this person, blah 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 blah. I just did a record about this person, and
Right.
you recorded it, and you engineered it.
Right.
So what's going on here? So
Shit.
I was like, I'm gonna see y'all later. I was like, because y'all bugging.
Yeah, man. That's some weird shit right there.
Like if you know if you know what I mean, like if you know something is going on, we got a disagreement and this, that, and the third,
Right.
and he's still down with us. Why would you let me record the song? You sitting right there.
Right.
You'd be like, nah, Rob, we're not doing that, so we're gonna work this out. You know what I'm
Type
saying?
shit. Yeah.
But you telling me he's enemy number one.
Yeah.
So now that he's enemy number one,
Right.
and meanwhile y'all niggas just sitting laughing and
you
paying to sing it.
Right.
So it was a lot.
That's crazy.
That was from some rap shit. So that shit was.
So that's why is that why you don't fuck with the rap shit no more? Or
Nah, just the producing shit just
click better?
makes more money, and I just really don't have the time to sit down and write rhymes.
Type shit.
And I just don't have the time to dedicate myself, sit down,
Right.
remember it. My memory is horrible, so I can't sit down and memorize it. So it's just like fuck it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean,
that.
I can get a whole bunch of other rappers. We all can make some money. I can teach them some shit,
Right.
and we all be rich.
Yeah. Might as well do that.
That's what I'll be trying to do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell a person, this is like I tell a rapper or artist, like, yo, listen, if you like this beat, invest in this beat, buy this beat, make a song, and then I'll do your EP with no cost up front, and we split the money that we make on it.
That's love right there.
I'm like, if you just listen to the marketing and the promo that I asked you to do, you'll make a profit.
Yeah.
So far this year I got about 4 people to do that.
Type shit. That's so far this year since last year?
So this year.
Wow. So you've been working already.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, so, and I've been doing any style that they want to, even though I don't like drill, I'll make them a drill beat. I'll make them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like trap music too, so it's just like, I'm not against it. I just don't like the music because a lot of it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. We talked about that before we got the cameras rolling. But let me ask you a few more questions before we get into that, right? So I asked you earlier, if you work with somebody, right? Would you work with them? How would you mold them? But this question would be, let's just say I go, yo, I need some beats, right? And you send them to me. Are you cool with sending beats to somebody and they do what they do with them? Or do you feel like you have to work with that artist?
It depends what they want, right? before I work with somebody, I ask them, do you want a producer or
do you just want a beat
or do you want a beat maker?
Yeah.
Now, I'm like, now, if you want a producer, you're gonna have to listen to the plan that we come up with.
Right.
And if I'm telling you this shit don't sound right, do it over.
Don't fight it.
Do the shit over.
Type shit.
Or if you just want a beat maker, I'll give you the beat, you do what you want to do, just send me my money.
Right.
So
Pretty much.
So it's really up to them.
Type shit.
It's really up to them. So this way, everybody gets what they want.
Right.
I prefer producing them, but if they don't want it, they can just get the beat making services.
Okay. And you have no problem with
I
that.
got no problem either way. Either way, I get paid.
Right.
Look, at the end of the day, like pretty much, my name is on it. So I want the song to do well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you don't give a fuck about it, at the end of the day, I still got paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You lost money and you look bad.
Right.
If the beat sounds good, nobody's blaming me. They're blaming you. They're like, oh, you wasted your shit.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty fucking
But
much.
at the end of the day, I would want it to sound good because my name is on it, your name is on it. Let's make it look good for
Let's make
everybody.
it happen. Right. Exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want nobody to look bad. Everybody got families and shit. Everybody want to feed them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So that makes perfect sense because I asked that because some producers, they want that. Like I got this friend across from here and he says, yo, come to the studio. He got a studio in his crib. So he says, come to the studio and you work on some of your music. And then the next thing you know, he's shopping you like you asked him to do that. We just did a record together, bro. Like
you can't do that.
Yeah. But when you don't know that, he takes advantage of you now. He basically just signed it.
Now see, people like that, they'll do that and then they'll say you get a deal, but like, yo, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have got this. And then they'll ask you for a stupid amount of money.
Right.
And if you don't want to do it, now you ungrateful, you just stand in third and all that. You be like, yo, my man, I didn't ask for anything. I don't even want this. About to just say fuck it.
Right.
And just do something else myself and go back to them.
Right, exactly. So that's why I asked you that because some people they feel like.
Let me ask you a question. Not to cut you off. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel as if people that know you feel that you owe them something versus people that don't know you?
I do.
You know what I'm saying? Like I found out in music, strangers will listen to your music.
Yeah.
If they genuinely like it, they'll fuck with it, they'll support
Absolutely.
it. But I also learned that people that you know, if they can't be a part of your bandwagon or your ship, they just say fuck it.
Mind you, this is a fascinating point, right? I got my crew, everybody got their crew, they people they grew up with, whatever. So I invited one or two of my guys, like, yo, come be down. Like, you don't even gotta be in front of the camera. You can find artists for me. If I need you to go downtown, get some merch, some shit, do something.
Just be reliable. Just be something.
Even do the camera for me, bro. Like, I show you how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Do the camera for me. So now me and the artist, we could vibe out.
Right.
Nah, niggas ain't wanna fuck with it. So then I was cool. I was like, yo, it's all good.
No problem.
No problem, right? Now I'm doing everything on my own, so I'm filming, coming up with questions, finding the people, editing, doing shorts, doing the full shebang, doing content daily. That shit was exhausting. Now I'm not getting no likes. Now I'm not getting no shares from you. The bare minimum is what you couldn't even do for your boy anyway.
Right.
And I still wasn't even mad.
And the thing about it though, they'll go like somebody else shit that
they've been liking a bunch of niggas. Like, niggas been liking celebrity shit all day because we follow the same people. I'll see it.
Yeah, you can see their name right there.
And I'm like, oh shit, that's what we doing? But like I said, I'm not even mad because you haven't bought a Bars on Deck hoodie, but you'll buy some shit, my shit 40. You'll buy some shit that's $150. You know what I'm saying? And you my nigga, I charge you $25, $30.
Yeah, it's not like they look bad. It looks like it's a nice hoodie.
It's a decent hoodie. And then for my bros, I'll add some shit so it's custom, so it's one-on-one.
Right. So it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like my thing is just like you don't want to niggas will wait to other niggas that they deem is cool, say this shit is cool, and then they'll be like, fuck it, now it's cool, so I want to fuck with it.
Right. See, now I'm picking up the wave, right? My Facebook page, I'm getting mad followers. All I gotta do is go on Facebook and be like, yo, follow me on IG. I get 1,000 subscribers probably by the end of this month.
Right.
But they're not gonna be active.
Yeah.
So I lost a lot of followers and I was like, fine, if they're not active, I'm glad you left.
Right.
But my main niggas, now they every now and again they show support. But my job is, all right, why get mad at them when I'm supposed to be busting my ass to get other niggas to follow my ways?
Yeah, no, it's like it's only natural. You're only human. You only can take for so much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Like we know it's much better out there, but at the same time, it's like, yo, I want you to know that I see this.
Right.
I'm not mad.
Right.
I just want you to know I know this. So when shit gets nice or the way I want it, and you go for a handshake and I don't give you that fucking handshake,
right?
You understand why?
See, my thing is this, right? I offered you a position when I was at the beginning.
But yeah, they
right?
Well, they know that.
Right. Now that I'm up here, I'm CEO of my shit. If you want to jump on, it's fine, but you gotta start at the middle.
See, they don't want that pride shit though. It's that pride.
That's why they ain't gonna fuck with it.
It's that pride.
So it's all good. So when I realized, all right, they pride, like you said, gonna get in the way, they manhood and all of that shit.
Let me give you a perfect example. When I first started these, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. That shit sounded bad. Like
absolutely.
But I knew it sounded bad. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't cocky about it.
I would tell people like, listen, I'm just learning. You know what I'm saying? Give me some time or whatever like that. Or if you got some pointers, tell me.
Right.
And then once I got it. So it's like, I'll be telling people, don't treat me the way you met me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that person no more.
Right.
It's different now. So you want to either treat me this way or there's nothing to be spoken about.
Yeah, right. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Before you could be like, before you say, oh, here, $10, $20, $25, I would have took it.
Right.
I don't even get out my bed for $25.
Yeah, well, so all right, so let's get into that. What's for a non-exclusive beat, some shit you just put together, whatever, blah blah blah. What's the price range?
Right. This is how I do it, right? For the MP3 leads, I do $75. You get 5,000 units to sell. You can have it on unlimited videos, unlimited radio stations, unlimited streams.
And that's the cheapest you go at $75.
Yeah,
for that.
For single beats. You get unlimited streams, whatever, but you only can sell 5,000 of it. So this way, you get if you sell 5,000, you get a profit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got an unlimited lease for $150.
Okay.
You get the stems and the unlimited everything, unlimited sales until it gets sold exclusively. But if the song is doing well, I'm not going to cut your throat to sell it exclusively. I'll let you keep going until it's
right. Might as well. Yeah.
And then if it's going well, I'll be like, you know what? Hey, you take this exclusively, and I'll change the paperwork for you. And that way you can have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
So you ain't gonna get no back end money off of me.
No. You get back end money no matter what.
Okay.
Like if you lease it, if you do exclusive, you get back end money. Now, if I give you full ownership, I don't get anything. I just get what you paid for. That's when you don't get no back end.
So no residuals, no money down the road.
That's the ownership. Yeah, that's full ownership.
Okay.
But full ownership is thousands of dollars.
From me, the artist, to you.
Yeah, like for example, like we're gonna use Timberland for example, right?
Okay.
Like say, like he's already expensive, whatever, right?
Yeah, he's $500,000.
Like now, say you want ownership, you might have to pay $3-5 million because he's gonna add in what he would have got or his average,
right?
On average of what he would have got. He's like, all right, you know what? Pay me this. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. So
that makes sense because he could have lost a lot of money over time, like radio, music.
It's not always a guarantee it's going to be a success.
It's not, but you fucking with Timberland. It's usually
no, it's not. But the Timberland. It's not Timberland. It's not like you got the name right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to get some attention, but it's not a guarantee that the people going to like it. It's not a guarantee that it's going to get the spins. It's not a guarantee that it's going to sell. It's just the potential. You're working with this person since he's been so successful.
Right.
It was like if you wasn't successful with him, it makes you look bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It makes you look bad.
Yeah.
Not him.
He doesn't lose at all.
He doesn't lose. He already got his money.
Right. And then he's gonna get the back end money as long as this shit gets spins. But if you don't, like you said, if you don't do your job, you look bad. Yeah. So, and you could be a one-hit wonder. Your career could be done after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Rumi D, she had that fire song.
Yeah, I was just talking. That's crazy, man. I was just talking about her last week.
Like that song was fire. That song was fire
fake fire.
No,
it wasn't.
No, it was fire. It was a fire song.
Yeah,
No, different time. It was a different time.
I still didn't think she was popping. I thought she had a little nice record, but I didn't think she was
a fire record. It was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. It was
a different
but
record.
who won? Fab and Busta won off of that when they did the remix.
And she still ain't do nothing after that. So
no, that's what I'm saying. She
it's a such thing as having a too hot of a song as your first song.
Yes, there is. Especially when it comes to trying to following that shit up.
If you listen, the people that pick the song, whatever, some of the people, the artists don't pick the song, just to let y'all know. It's like if you niggas that's listening to the songs or whatever like that,
yeah,
they gotta be like, all right, just the hit right here. You know what? Let's go with this. If this shit don't work, we got this hit song to bring you back to life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so they keep one in the stash.
But if you just used that crazy hit song and you don't got nothing after that, you setting her up for failure.
Well, that's why I believe come out with the mediocre song first, right? Like Young M.A. when she did Ooh. Ooh was big because of, the gay community, right?
But she got the potential to make hot songs, though. She was the way she came out.
But I felt like Ooh was like, this isn't my best, so you gonna go she aight, and then she gonna slam you with some fire right after, which she's done.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to come out with the least hot and then come out with the fire. Uh-oh was her best song.
Yeah.
So it was like, why even put out the best song first?
See, and the thing about it though, when you get a song and you got people freestyling over your shit, that's a plus.
Yeah.
So you gotta somebody taught me rap math. You ever heard of rap math?
Nah, what's that?
Rap math is it's like this. You take somebody like Big Pun, right? Take somebody like Big Pun, and you take the first couple of bars. You could take the first 8 or so, right? Or whenever the shit change up, whatever their style is, or whenever the shit change up.
Yeah.
And you look how they structure their bars. You see the adjectives, you see the nouns, you see the pronouns,
verbs and everything.
The verbs, the spacing, the rhyming.
Right.
The rhyming on bars, or the rhyming just that and the third, right?
Right.
And then once you see how you set that shit up, and it's a hit record, go to another hit record, and it's going to be set up the same way, just with different words.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It's basically like algebra.
Yeah.
So if an artist get a hit record, all they got to do is the rap math. Go back to that record and see how you work it, and see how you boom, and just use different words. You use a different flow.
But what in the music sound repetitive after a while?
No, you can use a different beat.
So you basically got to be creative enough to be different.
It's just the setup, because you know what your fan base like now, so you got to keep feeding them that.
Okay, I agree with that.
Like you go platinum, whatever the song, right? You be like, oh, you know what? They went crazy over the song that I made about these cars, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna make a song about the club. The same way you describe the car and the shit like that, you go into that same shit into the club.
Okay.
The same details.
So you want me to basically write a descriptive essay, but in a song form.
In the same form that made you get hit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a formula. Every successful rapper does it without knowing that they do it. Like for example, if you just see Nelly outside in the cypher rapping, right?
Yeah.
You're walking away. I'm
walking away because this nigga is average at best.
You're walking away.
He's a hit maker, but rapper, yeah.
But now if he get into the studio or whatever, right? He know the formula to get people to buy his record to make him money. That's his rap math.
Right.
Now,
okay, I see. I break it down.
Now, for example, Lloyd Banks, I think his pen is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, his records don't sell.